Good afternoon. Philippine Statistics Authority data shows that the number of unemployed Filipinos dipped in August, while the quality of available jobs seemed to have improved as fewer people looked for additional working hours. The PSA says there were 2.21 million Filipinos who were either jobless or out of business in August. This translates to an unemployment rate of 4.4% for August. This figure is lower than the 2.27 million unemployed persons recorded in July, when the jobless rate was at 4.8%. National statistician Dennis Mapa says higher retail trade activities related to school reopenings and an increase in agriculture jobs contributed to the decline in joblessness. PSA data also reveals there were 5.63 million Filipinos who sought additional working hours to augment their income in August. This is equivalent to an underemployment rate of 11.7% in August. This is also significantly lower than the 7.10 million underemployed persons in July, when the rate was at 15.9%. Vice President Sara Duterte says the viral video tagging her as the cause of the closure of a portion of Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City is false. A video made rounds on social media on Thursday showing the road was allegedly closed off to make way for Duterte's convoy. In a letter addressed to the Quezon City Police District, Duterte explains that neither she nor her office requested assistance from the QCPD to close off the road. She says the claims in the video are not only misleading but also outright false. In a separate statement, the Office of the Vice President explains that Duterte was in Mindanao since Wednesday and was not involved in the incident. Meanwhile, the QCPD says the police officer responsible for halting traffic flow along the major road has been relieved from his post. The QCPD apologizes in a statement after the video of the police officer identified as Police Executive Master Sergeant Verdo Pantoliano went viral. According to QCPD, Pantoliano overreacted and cleared the traffic as a sign of courtesy and security when he mistakenly heard the word VP and assumed that Duterte would pass through the area. The Land Transportation Office can now issue plastic driver's license cards to holders of expired and paper-printed licenses. LTO Assistant Secretary Vigor Mendoza II makes the announcement in a press briefing on Thursday. Mendoza says there are already enough plastic driver's license cards, reporting that about 700,000 to 800,000 plastic cards have been delivered to different LTO offices nationwide. Meanwhile, another 2 million cards are expected to arrive by the end of October. LTO says it has also released a staggered schedule for the renewal of expired driver's licenses. LTO previously extended the validity of expired driver's licenses. However, drivers who will fail to renew on the given schedule will have their licenses considered expired and they will pay a penalty. The office hopes to resolve the about 2.4 million backlog in driver's licenses by the end of the renewal schedule in March 2024. Embattled drag performer Pura Luka Vega says their arrest in Manila on Wednesday was done with haste and was unfair for them. Pura Luka tells reporters upon their arrest that they weren't given enough time to submit the documents before the Manila Regional Trial Court. They are currently facing charges of immoral doctrines, obscene publications and exhibitions, and indecent shows filed by the Hijos del Nazareno, a group of devotees of the Black Nazarene. Pura Luka says they did not even receive a subpoena to appear in court to answer to the charges, adding that their subpoena was not delivered to their current address. The Drag Den Philippines alum says they faced all charges filed against them head-on, but that it was still kind of a shock to be handed a warrant of arrest. They say they had been trying to submit a motion to reopen the case in Manila. Despite their arrest, Pura Luka remains firm in their stand that their performance was meant to be a story of Jesus being one with the queer people. Pura Luka is also facing 3 criminal charges before the Quezon City Prosecutor's Office in connection with the viral Amanamin drag performance. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. PSA data shows number of unemployed Filipinos dipped in August, while quality of available jobs seem to have improved. Police officer caught on video halting traffic flow along Commonwealth Avenue for a passing VIP relieved from his post. Office of the Vice President clarifies that VP Duterte was in Mindanao since Wednesday and is not involved in the incident. And Gilas Pilipinas guns for Asian Games gold in a rematch against Jordan. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Red. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.